Hey, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel. Today we have an interesting looking puzzle in front of us. It's called Blackpink. I have no idea why it would be called that, but that's what it is. It's by Ul-Rhymm. We've done a puzzle by them before. I remember it was quite good. When I did pull this thing up, it had been created like almost a year ago, I think it is, but it's only very recently, I think within the last week, been uploaded to Logic Masters Germany. But it still has a few solves on it, and I don't know if it's recording all the solves. I guess it wouldn't do that. So it's recording the solves that have occurred, whoever's gotten the link to this thing previously, plus whatever people who have gotten onto that server and looked it up. So anyway, it's got a few solves, so it's not going to be terribly tough, I don't think. And there's a lot going on here, so with that said, let's jump into it and see what it is going on. So normal Sudoku, so every row, column, and 3x3 box will contain the digits 1 through 9 once each. Then we have Kropkis, so digits separated by a black dot have a 1-to-2 ratio. Surprisingly, not all possible dots are given. So we have a ton of black Kropkis. So these are in a 1-to-2 ratio, or one of them is double the other. And then Renban, so digits along a pink line are a set of consecutive non-repeating digits in any order. So these two digits, well, let's do one that has more than two. These three are going to be some set of consecutive digits that could be placed in any order, like 1, 2, 3. I know that doesn't work for the Kropki, but that's an option for a base Renban. Anyway, so that's it. So two fairly common rule sets for variant Sudoku that seem to have quite a bit of play with each other. And also it looks very symmetrical along the negative axis. So, which I just didn't notice until this second. So anyway, that said, links in the description below. Let's give this thing a try, see if we can figure it out. So what are we going to do to start? Is there any I was going to say, is there, wow, the black Kropkis are actually very symmetrical as well. I guess the entire thing just is. I was going to look at see if we had any grouping of black Kropkis in any given region that would start to tell us anything about them, but they aren't. There's two sets in every single region. Now, one thing we can look at, though, is this, or multiple columns, where we have a lot of black Kropkis. So these sets of black Kropkis in each of these columns and in each of these rows are going to have all of the possible varieties of black Kropkis. So the 1, 2, not a 2, 4, because if you put a 2, 4, you can't put the 1, 2 or the 4, 8. So we're going to have a 1, 2 pair, we're going to have a 4, 8 pair, and we're going to have a 3, 6 pair in all of these. Now I'm going to put a little color on them just to have that. And we are also going to know that everything in between is going to be from 5, 7, and 9, because those are the only digits that can't go on black Kropkis. Now, with that said, let's start thinking about some of these larger Renbans and see what we can work out from these. Because we're going to have, okay, so that's something to think about. Because it's on a Renban, we cannot repeat digits. So this guy and this guy will be two different types of Kropkis. So either 1, 2, 3, 6, or 4, 8. We also know that two of the digits from 5, 7, and 9 are on this Renban. Now, is there any reduction in those? Like if this was a 1, 2, and a 4, 8, would that cause problems? 1, 2, it would, because you would not be able to make the 1, 2, and the 4, 8 connect to each other in any way, because you have to be able to get a 3 somewhere in there, and that doesn't work. Now, 1, 2, and a 3, 6 would work, I believe. Yeah, because you just need, oh wait, no, it wouldn't. That's interesting. 1, 2, and 3, 6 won't work because you need to put a 4 in one of these two somewhere to get them to connect. We can't do that. So there's never a 1, 2. These are from 3, 6, and 4, 8. And therefore we have to have the 5 and the 7 connecting them, which means this is the 9 in this particular column. Good. So now we know this is a 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 Renban. Now, which direction they go in, I don't quite know. But maybe there's more along those lines we can work with. Because again, this and this are going to be different versions of Kropki. And we still have to have a 5, 7, or a 9, so we can't put a 1, 2 in here. Again, because you'd have to put a 3 and a 4. So this is from 3, 4, 6, or 8 as well, which means this is a 1, 2. And 4 and 8 won't work, because we would have 4, 5, 6, 8. So 4, 8 is right out. This is a 3, 6 pair, which means the 4 and the 5 have to be connecting between the 3 and the 6. That's 5, that's 4. This is 7, 5, 7, 9, 5, 7, 9. Good. Cool. Now we know this is the 4, 8. This is a 3, 6. This one here can't be 1, 2, or 3, 6, so he is 4, 8. Now we can connect these two guys. Obviously, this can't be an 8, because you can never get down to a 1 or a 2. It can't be a 1, because you can never get to a 4. So this is 2, this is 4, and this is a 3 to connect the 2 and the 4. Sweet. Now, this has to be a 5, 6 pair, because we have to have 2 digits that are consecutive. All that's left is 5, 6, and 9, so 9 goes in the corner. These two here have to be a 1, 2 pair, which means this has to be a 3. What more can we keep doing with these guys? This one here... Well, let's think about this guy, actually, because we have a digit on this Renban, so it's a 9, so these have to be 8, 7, and 6. These can't be 7s because they're on a black Kropki, so this one is. Now, those 6s and 8s aren't necessarily seeing anything, but yes, they are. This can't be an 8 because this would have to be a 4, so this is 6, this is 3, this is 8, this is 4. I was hoping we could rule out the 1, 2, or the 4, 8 in this column, but we can't quite. What about you? No, because we need the 1, 2, and the 3, 6. Neither one of them off the cuff appears to be restricted. You, though, can't be 3, 6, or 4, 8. You're 1, 2. You can't be 3, 6, so you're 4, 8. You are 3, 6, and we can get that 6 and 3. These guys, we could probably type a lot of the stuff in. Do I want to do that just yet? I don't know the answer to. Well, let's just use the 4 first, get 8 and 4, and the 3 here to get our 6 and our 3. And see if there's anything else that's crossing over that's going to just give us what we need. Doesn't look like it. Any of these other ones? This 3. Okay, so there has to be a 4 on this thing. Well, I guess there doesn't have to be. It could be a 1, 2, or 2, 4. But it, well, is one of these restricted? Because if this is a 4, it has to go with an 8. Because remember, we still have to have 1, 2, 4, 8, and 3 6s. Well, of course, this can't be a 3, 6. This can't be a 3, 6. So this is. Okay, there we go. So this one can't be 4, 8. So it is 1, 2, which means this one is 4, 8. So that's the 4, that's the 8. This now is 2, because it can't go up to a 5, so it has to go back down. That gives our 1 and 2. Good. I wonder if we've got a Sudoku going on here, but I want to try to get through these guys first. See if we can do it. You are from 1, 2, or 4, 8. You are from 1, 2, or 4, 8. The 3 here will give us just the 6 and the 3. We'll clean that up while we can. You can't be 1, so you can't be 2. And the 6 here says 5 and 6. Now, this can't be a 1. This is, interestingly enough, this Renban and this Kropki add or work in the exact same way in terms of if it's a 1. So if this is a 1, both these are 2, so it can't be. Good. That's the 4, 8, which means this is the 1, 2. Good, good, good. Which means we have a 1, 2 X-Wing, which means these are 1 and 2. This can't be a 1 because it would force this to be a 2. This has to be 2. This has to be 3. And I think we're finally done with most of this. Well, we can do this one actually. This can't be a 4 because this would have to be a 3 or a 5 and it can't. So you are 8 and 4. That 8 says this is 7. The 4 says this is 5. Now are we to a point where you just want to crank through? Yeah, because these are 3, 6. Didn't notice that we hadn't put that in. Okay, we can make the jump here. This is 2, 3, 6, 1, 2, and 1, and 6 and 3. And I thought I had this 1, 2 taken care of. I did not. Let's run down Sudoku now, since we've got ourselves a pretty good foothold here. This is a 1. This is a 9. This is a 1. One of those two is a 1 to end the X-Wings of 1s. This is a 2. That forces 1, 2, which now we can finalize the 1s. That should be all the 2s as well. It is 3s. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Let's go to 4s then. This is a 4. We're going to have an X-Wing left on 4s. Do we can't use our little trick over there here. This could be a 4 because this could be a 5. Okay, let's move on to the 5s then and see if we can get more of those. We can. This is a 5. This is a 7. This is a given 6. Okay. This is a given something. 9. These two will be 5 and 8. That's not quite sorted. These are 7 and 9. That's not quite sorted. We could do these two and then figure out what some of these other ones are. So this is 7 and 8. We can do that one. 7, 8. This is a given 5. These two then have to be 6 and 9. We can do that. 9, 6, and that should start to unravel things. 7 and 9. This is a lonely old 9. And, well, we're going to have to put these options in, I guess. And then, oh no, wait, now we can make the deduction. That can't be a 4. Because now that we place this 5, that means that this can't be 3 or 5. So this is not 4. This is. That will give us our 8 and our 4. This is a 5, 8. Oh, let's just do this one first. Well, I guess it helps to put that in because we can then work with the Renban line. Use your words. Yep, this is 7, which forces 8, which forces 5 and 8. Awesome. Well, that felt like it was longer than that for some reason. That was a very quick solve, but the logic of it was beautiful in terms of how you could get into these black Kropkis pretty darn quick, at least in the basic sense of what they were, and then use that information to start pushing things into these little crosshairs, and then the Renbans come back around and say, hey, we can only do this and this here, depending on how you have these things set up. So really good puzzle. I really enjoyed that one. Like I said, for some reason it felt like it took longer than it did, which is the exact opposite than normal that I have on puzzles. Usually it doesn't feel like it takes long at all, but it's like an hour later. Anyway, excellent puzzle. Another good puzzle by Ul-Rhymm. I haven't had a bad one yet, so that's a good sign. Anyway, hope you all enjoyed it as well. If you did, please like, comment, subscribe. It's really helping this channel, and I really appreciate everybody who does that. Also consider joining. You can get a monthly subscription if you want to do it. You get little bits and pieces here that are kind of niceties for you, and it again further helps the channel. So anyway, enough trying to sell myself there. We'll see you in the next one. Thanks a lot.